In this video, we will ask ChatGPT to create a database for ordering of car parts with inventory control, and to use enums for status and transactions, use money data type for prices, add a trigger that automatically updates inventory when an order item is added or when an item is added to inventory, and include insert into examples for Postgres SQL. Here we can see that enums were generated for order status and transaction type, and a parts table with a column named price of data type money, and an inventory table that references the parts table, which has a column named quantity that has a default of 0, an orders table that has a column named status of order status type, and an order items table that references the orders table and references the parts table, has a column named quantity which has a check for quantity greater than 0, an item price column of data type money, and also note the on-delete cascade that was added to the order items table. The inventory transactions table references the parts table, has a transaction type column which can be add stock or order, and contains a quantity change column. For the trigger function update inventory, if the trigger is for the order items table, then an order was placed, so reduce the quantity in the inventory table, followed by adding the order to the inventory transactions table as a transaction type of order. If the trigger is for the inventory transactions table, and the transaction type is add stock, then add to the inventory table the part ID and quantity. On conflict, then update the quantity that is being added to the existing row for the part ID. Next, a trigger is created to execute the function update inventory after an insert on the order items table, and a second trigger is created to execute the function update inventory after an insert on the inventory transactions table. Next, we will launch Postgres SQL Data Management Tool pgadmin. Then create a database named car parts. Then open a query tool window. Then go back to ChatGPT and copy the SQL create script that was generated, followed by pasting it in the query tool window. Next, we will execute the SQL script. Then we will create an entity relationship diagram from the database and tables that were just created, followed by repositioning the tables to get a clearer vision of the one-to-many relationships. Here we can see the one-to-many relationship of the parts table to the inventory table, and the parts table to the inventory transactions table, the orders table to the order items table, and the parts table to the order items table. Then we will copy the insert into examples that were generated by ChatGPT, and then copy them into a new query tool window. Next, we will add data into the parts table. Then add the stock quantities for the parts that were just added. Then if we look at the contents of the inventory table, we can see that the quantities were automatically added via the trigger function that was created earlier. Next, we will add a customer name to the orders table. Then add the order items for the customer that was just created. Here we can see that the quantity in the inventory table has been automatically decreased by using the trigger function that we created earlier. Looking at the contents of the inventory transactions table, we can see how the two ordered items have been automatically added. ChatGPT did well in creating the database that was requested. However, in some cases, this format can be used as a starting point and further modifications can be applied. I hope you found using AI to create a database helpful. If you have, click on the like button. And to receive any updates to this channel, click on the subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching.